Welcome to our webinar on keyword strategy and finding keywords and organizing them in a way that will help you increase your sales. So the agenda for today is to look at why keyword research is important, look at keyword research tools, looking at your competition, how to choose your keywords and how to organize your keywords to maximize their potential, and then using the keywords on your website. So the reason why keyword research is so important is because half all keyword phrases typed into Google every day are new, and the reason for this is because people's searching habits are becoming a lot more advanced and they're using longer keywords and more specific keywords in order to find what they're looking for. The second point is that doing keyword research gives you an opportunity to gain an understanding of your target audience and see what keyword phrases that they're using in order to find your services. And the reason why it may be different to what you expect them to search is because they may not know the industry jargon. So the first tool that you can use for your keyword research is the keyword research tool provided by AdWords. This allows you to type in your target keyword, do a search, it'll come up with some suggested relevant keywords, and it'll show you the global monthly searches, the monthly searches done in your geographical areas, and if you customize the columns it'll show you the expected cost per clicks. You can then export this data into a CSV so you can work with it as you need to. An alternative keyword research tool that you can use is one provided by WordTracker. It's a great tool and one worth having a look at, and definitely worth signing up to their newsletter because they send out a lot of useful information. And they also have a free tool where you can type in your keyword and it'll show you questions that people have searched for relating to that keyword. Another very helpful tool is the Google Wonder Wheel, which shows you the synonyms relating to a keyword. So if you do a search on Google and then click on the Wonder Wheel in the left hand menu, it'll then come up with this view, and it's useful to do this as these synonyms should be used in your search engine optimized copy if possible. The fourth thing you can do is look at the keywords that your competitors are bidding on. So if you right click on your competitor website and then click view source code, you'll see the keywords listed there, and that way you can gain some ideas of the keywords that they're focusing on and see which ones that are relevant to you. So once you've done your keyword research and you have a list of possible keywords to target, you then need to start selecting them and organizing them in a way that they can be used for marketing purposes. So when choosing your keywords, the things that you need to consider are the relevance and the expected conversion rate of the keyword, what stage of the buying cycle the keyword is in, the search volumes of the keyword, and how competitive it is. So the first step is to choose keywords which are relevant to your site and your product and your service offerings. Now in some cases it may be obvious, and in other cases it may not be so obvious, but it's always worth taking the time to really consider what people are actually looking for when they're typing in each keyword that you're considering on targeting. Then make sure you choose high quality keywords that have a really good chance of achieving good conversion rates, and target keywords that your customers are using. There's no point in targeting industry jargon terms if customers aren't using it. The next step is to consider what stage in the buying cycle you want to start engaging with your customers. So they first go through the awareness and research phase, then the consider and comparison, and then they go into the stage where they're ready to purchase. So if we look at an example of somebody searching for a new phone, they'll originally start with doing a search like mobile phone just to see what's out there. They then may decide that they want a Nokia phone, so do a search for Nokia phones to see what's available there. And once they've decided on the specific model they want, they're then in the purchase phase where they're really just looking for the best price. So even though these keywords, product specific keywords, will be the highest converting, it is sometimes worthwhile engaging with customers at the earlier stages of the buying cycle to allow you to build the relationship between the brand and the customer. The next things to consider are the search volumes and the competitiveness of keywords. So what you'll generally find is the higher the search frequency of a keyword, the more competition it has, and the lower the search frequency, the lower the competition. So in this example, a keyword like jewellery is very competitive, but has a huge number of searches. But a more descriptive keyword like men's brown leather bracelets London has a very low search volume, but the competitive is low. And here it's about finding the balance between having a word which is of high quality and receives good search volumes, but isn't overly competitive. And this again varies from company to company and industry to industry, so you have to find the keywords that are right for you. So once you've decided which keywords you're going to target, you then need to start organising the keywords into relevant categories, because this will help you structure your website and decide what landing pages you need on the website, because it's important to remember that it's individual pages that are optimized, and each page can only focus on up to 3 primary keywords. Organising the keywords into categories will also help you with your AdWords campaign and decide what campaigns you need and how you should split up the ad groups. The first step in organising the keywords is to put them into primary categories. So if we look at these keywords here relating to comics, the best way to put them into a primary category would be by the superhero, so Batman, Flash and Superman. And doing that gives us a structure like this, where you have all the Batman keywords in one category, all the Flash in another, and all the Superman related books and comics in another category. In terms of using that information on the website, what it allows us to do is start creating our site plan. So we'd have a home page, and we'd have a category for Batman, a category for Flash, and a category for Superman, and then each category or each page has its own set of keywords which it would focus on. Once you've decided your primary categories, the next step is to decide on your secondary categories. So using the same example, the most obvious choice here would be to split it by comics, books and novels, as these get featured within all of the primary keyword categories. What that allows us to do is to create a matrix where you have your primary categories down one side, your secondary categories down another, and then you put the keywords into their relevant matrix boxes. So once you've completed your matrix, you can then produce your final sitemap. So under each primary category, you then put in the second categories and the keywords that relate to them. So these would then become your landing pages and the pages that you optimize for SEO for the given keywords. This information can then also be used with your AdWords campaign, as these keyword groupings will help you decide how to categorize your ad groups within your campaigns. That brings us to the end of the presentation. I hope it was helpful and you got some nuggets out of it. But if you do have any other questions, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us using any of the details shown here.